Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Built Like This podcast. I'm your host, Maxine. We're on episode 355. Hello. Yes, it's been a week. I know. Last week was my birthday. So thank you already for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. Shout out to Freckles Bay for a great birthday celebration. And I think I'm just kind of thinking of redistributing how I want to go about the YouTube channel piece of this podcast. So, if you are, hopefully, you are a subscriber, you may have noticed that I've been pushing out more review videos of different reality shows that I've been watching. That's been a great interest of mine to review different shows. So, I'm happy that I have finally started that and that is taking off. So I'm happy about that. And shout out to the new subscribers and commenters, all that. I really appreciate it. So I'm thinking of continuing with the Tuesday episodes for the podcast every week. But as far as the Friday episodes, that will be reimagined. Okay, we're not gonna commit to that anymore, at least for the time being, simply because I do want to kind of shift things a bit, and that is where my head is at currently. So, if you haven't yet, make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel for this podcast. You'll see the review episodes of different reality shows, such as Married at First Sight, Ready to Love that just came out. So much to discuss. So check me out there for that. And this is specifically for those who are listening to this podcast primarily on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. So make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel, because that is where I will exclusively release the review episodes for different reality shows. All right, let's get into this podcast episode. Y'all, so much has taken place these past couple of weeks. We had the Grammys, we had just recently the Super Bowl, and it's been the Kendrick show. I mean, really by proxy, the Drake show. Everybody hates Drake. Like, golly, we had the Super Bowl, the appearance, the surprise appearance of Serena Williams, the champion, the tennis star Serena Williams, who is married, who has a child, and has been married for quite some time. Prior to her marriage, she briefly, it was a stint, it was a moment in which she dated Drake. And, you know, Drake at the time, he used to say girls' names in his records. And Serena was featured in one of his songs. Yo, I remember this back in, was it college? When I noticed that, I'm like, why is Drake saying, let me ask ChatGPT, which Drake song does he mention Serena Williams' name? Okay, because I distinctly remember, yes, worst behavior. Worst behavior. Shout out to ChatGPT. Yo, as soon as I think it, it knows. And maybe that's a problem, but it makes my life so much easier. So in the song Worst Behavior, he raps, I'm with my whole set, tennis matches at the crib. I swear I could beat Serena when she playing with her left. Okay, I don't know how the melody goes. I forgot. But anyway, he mentions her name. He also mentions her in the song Back Outside Boys in 2022, where where Drake actually hits a little dig at Serena's husband, saying, sidebar, Serena, your husband a groupie. So there's been some tension. Clearly, there's been some tension. Not sure what led to Drake needing to include this lyric about Serena's husband. But there's been some back and forth between the two. All in all, I bring this up to say Serena made her appearance during I would say Drake's performance, because it's been about Drake. That's what it's about. It's been about Drake since the very beginning. Okay. And Serena decided to pop out and show niggas. That's what she decided to do. She decided to pop out and show niggas. Go ahead and take a look at the screen. Make sure you're following me on YouTube so you are seeing what I am showing here. We see here Serena crip walking it out and showing us that she is a crip. I mean, what's going on here? And maybe this is just the culture in LA, right? Like those who aren't even affiliated with gang culture still go about life as if they are. Maybe that's just an LA thing. I don't know. I don't want any disrespect. Crips or blood. Like it's please don't find me. So I'm not trying to do anything here. But the point is, from what I've heard, it's quite ironic for Serena to be out here crip walking because one of her sisters, not her twin, actually Venus is not her twin. I realized that. They're not twins. I think they're just like a few months apart. But their sister actually passed away due to gun violence by a Crip gang member. So for her to be out here Crip walking as if she is bout it, as if she is totally gang, it is quite interesting, to say the least. And I am taken aback. But let me see if we get some more information. Serena Williams' sister killed by Crip. I mean, rest in peace. But okay, yeah. So there we have here. Let me go ahead and this screen right here. This is her sister who passed away due to a gang member brutally killing her. So for Serena Williams to happily doing all of that, it's like, ma'am, do you remember Utande Price? She was shot in the head by a gang member in Compton, California. Now, I wonder, was this a drive-by? Was this intention? Like, what was going on that she was shot in the head? Let's see here. The shocking incident resurfaced in the aftermath of the Super Bowl, which saw 43-year-old Serena going viral after making an appearance in Kendrick Lamar's halftime show. Serena was doing a Crip Walk dance during Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us song, which has been awarded a Grammy, and we'll talk about that. Viewers were somewhat shocked, of course, because of this Crip Walk, aka C Walk, after realizing the links between the dance and the gang that killed her sister. So a little backstory with the Crip Walk. It was created in the 1970s by Robert Jackson, known as Sugar Bear. He was a member of the Crips gang that operate out of Los Angeles. This gang is known for violence, extreme violence, with a history of murders, drugs, all of the nine. So chiming into her sister unfortunately passing away because of this song here. So Utende was the half sister of Serena and Venus. But back in 2003, she was just 31 years old. She was shot in the head in a drive-by shooting by a Crips gang member. She was parked up in her SUV with her boyfriend. They had inadvertently positioned the car outside of a crack house in Compton. And the Crip gang members were guarding the house, got suspicious before opening fire on the car, believing it to be connected to a rival gang. So I'm wondering here, was her boyfriend involved in gang activities? Is that why they happened to confuse the car with gang affiliation? One bullet was shot in Price's head, with her being pronounced dead shortly after when in a hospital. And we don't see what happened to her boyfriend. I don't know if her boyfriend was shot too. And of course, her family was left devastated by this. This is her sister. Okay, so of course, this is disturbing news. This is very disturbing. So please proceed with caution, as I already walked you through this. But the point is, it does spark an interesting topic because she has been known freely. um Apparently, prior to this moment, there was another moment in which Serena has crip walked and has done so on the tennis courts. Okay, maybe that was prior to her sister getting killed, but nonetheless, this seemingly is embedded in LA culture. So whether you're affiliated or not, it- like, this is just a thing that they do. So um yeah, there we have it. And so for her to have been crip walking, it's a little interesting. It's a little interesting. Um, so what's his name? Stephen A. Smith decided to share his take on the matter and say basically, for her to be this married woman, has been married for quite some time, married to, isn't he the founder of Reddit? The site that I'm on all day? Isn't he? Hold on. Who is who is Serena's husband, and what does he do, and how much is he worth? Let's start there. Shout out to ChatGPT. Yes, his name is Alexis Ohanian. He's an entrepreneur and investor, best known as the co-founder of Reddit. So, what I'm trying to understand is, why does why does Drake's name has any place in the heads of Serena Williams, who's worth so much, her husband, who's worth, like, they're both very wealthy, very accomplished. So for Serena Williams to take time and agree and practice and rehearse and be in this right standing position and this, all of this, just to shade Drake, it's a lot. It's a lot. And I just want to remind her, yo, Drake still hit. Hello? Let me see if I can find a picture of them together. I remember this picture of them together back in the day. Now, of course, hold on. Of course, the Googler don't want to show it anymore. But there was a picture of her and Drake back in the day. Let me see if I can. Child. Nonetheless, they, regardless, like, I feel like at this point, when you have, there we go. There we go. Okay, I know that's her sister, but there's this little picture right here. There's this little picture right here. There we go. The point is, when you have people suddenly going out of their way to shade and talk trash about the man that they were dating, that they were serious about at some point, what is that? Doesn't have, like, it's irrelevant. Is it? Look at them right here. She's taking a back, mesmerizing his eyes. Okay, that's Alexis Ohana, or whatever his name. I know that's Drake with, is that okay? Then that's them after the fact, much later, I believe. And they seem to be on good terms. So the point is, what is the beef? You know, like, what? And this is Drake right here supporting his girl. And sure, Drake has shaded her husband. Sure, Serena has definitely had work done. My God, like, who is this woman? The point is, it's ridiculous. It's unnecessary. It says a lot of the impact that Drake has on many people. For everyone to be a part of this quote unquote takedown on Drake, I find that to be very suspicious. I find it to be a bit too much. I think a lot of y'all are doing the most. The most. So let's get here. And mind you, Drake was in a video with SZA. Okay. They were good friends at some point. So I don't know. All in all, we learned that in the industry, there's really no such thing as loyalty. There is no such thing as friends, for real, for real. It's about clout. It's about what you could do for me over what I could do for you. or whatever the case is. So, nonetheless, we see here just a targeted takedown of Drake. Now let's remind ourselves of what took place prior. Okay, what took place prior was Drake said, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and sue. I'm sick of y'all repeating this line. I'm not a pedophile. I'm not a certified pedophile, certified lover boy, certified pedophile. I'm tired of it. So Drake again decided to, not again, but just reminding us, he sued UMG. He filed a lawsuit against UMG claiming that they knowingly committed defamation of character by releasing and promoting Not Like Us because the record's lyrics advance the false and malicious narrative that Drake is a pedophile. So I know a lot of people was trying to paint Drake as this Karen. Oh, this is the end of hip hop. Which one is it? I want to know which one is it, because we talk so much about, oh, I don't want this to lead to loss of lives and violence and all of that, yet get mad at Drake for deciding to take it to the courts. If I can't fight you with my hands, if I can't go about it the streets way, I'm going to go about it through your pockets. Yes, I'm going to go about it. I'm going to go about it through your pockets. I'm going to hurt you financially. So I agree. Like I said here a few episodes ago when this came out, I am in support of Drake deciding to file this lawsuit and go against this, because pedophile is such a nasty label to put on someone. And oftentimes, even if the case is not true, right? Even if it is clear it didn't happen, it was a misunderstanding, or, people are quick to put you sex offender list because, oh, you happen to be 17 and your girlfriend, you started dating her and she was a sophomore, right? And then typically as months go on, the calendar year goes on, right? You're already 18, but she's under 18. But you guys already been dated. Y'all started dating prior to you being 18. Yet the father of the girl doesn't like you and said, you know what? I'm going to break y'all up. I'm going to call the police. This man, he's 18. He's R-ing, he's raping my daughter. These things happen. So now that guy is put on the sex offender list and it becomes this whole thing. So I say all that to say, this title doesn't go away. Even if it's not true, it doesn't go away. It taints your image, and it takes a long time for people to realize, oh, this was just some fuck shit. This was just something that was perpetrated to make him look bad, and it's all propaganda. It's all propaganda to make him look bad, but it's not true. And we know how much the term, the act, pedophile, child molester, like all of that is disgusting. So much so you have prisoners, people who are incarcerated, they will purposely seek and target those who have been in prison because of this crime. It is not okay, not at all. So for Drake to be in this song painted as this pedophile, Of course it's a problem. Of course. Of course I'm going to file a lawsuit against this record label. Of course. And of course, Kendrick Lamar will not say pedophile while performing. And that's that. Period. Like I'm not playing with y'all. So we see that here in this performance Kendrick Lamar had recently at the Super Bowl. He purposely did not say pedophile because, of course, of this lawsuit. Now, a lot of people were speculating, is he going to say it? Is he not going to say it? Is he going to face the financial consequences? If he does say it, what? You know, like what's going to happen? And we hear in this moment here, let me go ahead and play this real quick. And let's hear. All right. Certified. Ah! Right. And it flowed. It flowed pretty well. We obviously know what word is missing because that was the catchy song for however many months it's been since it's been released. But of course, Drake fought tooth and nail to make sure Kendrick does not say this word during his performance. And it won. And you notice throughout this performance, prior to him finally starting and singing the song, he gives us a little tease. He says to us, "Oh, am I really gonna do it? Are you really gonna do it? Whatever." He's teasing us, making us think, or being on just icy waters on our toes, wondering if he's actually gonna sing this song. So all of that proves the point that there is a conversation had or several conversations had between both camps, and it was a battle for him to even go about. Look, I would have been not entirely surprised if Kendrick didn't sing the song at all, because that's how much the talk was about Drake making sure he doesn't go about singing this. So anyway, I think there's a target on Drake's back. I think ever since Drake has reached the level that he's been reaching or that he already is in, he seems as a threat. He's not this puppet or tool that can be used by those in power anymore, because he makes so much money. He is worth so much. He has strong influence. And that is a threat to these record labels, to people who want to keep you in line. So to have Kendrick win 5 Grammys, this man won 5 Grammys for this diss song. A diss song. I've never heard of that ever happening. Now, the song was good. Don't get me wrong. It is a good song, but I think it was such a momentous song that I don't know if I will listen to the song again in the next 6 months. And I really haven't listened to this song since it's been released. But I've been forced to listen to it because a conversation has been going on and on and on about it since the release up until the Super Bowl. Maybe the song will just like fade away into the abyss at some point. But the point is, for this song to get so much attention, I think again it just proves how much Drake is in your mouth. Like, Drake is living in people's heads rent free. Kendrick Lamar won 5 Grammys for this damn song. Song of the Year, Record of the Year, Best Rap Song, Best Rap Performance, Best Music Video. Enough. At this point, it's bullying. At this point, it's too much. It's too much. And for him to not only win this award for what was it? One of the awards, Song of the Year, I believe. And for them to let him walk out to not just a song, but the particular part of the song that says pedophile, that says A minor. You hear the audience saying it out loud. It's just, again, it is this intentional movement to take down Drake. And if we're not being honest about that, I don't know what is being honest. So in this case, you hear the word pedophile. That was not blocked out. They played it very clearly at all. Okay, it was not blocked out at all. You hear the audience saying A minor. It's just, oh my gosh. Enough. Enough. And I think we're just at the point where I hope it's over because I feel like we're bullying Drake. I feel like we're bullying Drake. And I don't like it. I don't. Seriously, I don't like it. I think we've done too much. And I just feel like we need to move on. Let him be. Now, I know Drake is releasing a song in a couple of days. And it's featuring Party Next Door. I heard a snippet of it and I was like, oh, there goes Zaddy Drake. Zaddy Drake is back. And apparently Drake has started his tour. I don't know if it's a international tour, but he started it in Australia. You see him hyped up, totally not dead, emotionally at least, physically of course too. But he's walking out of the tour. Let me see. He's walking into the tour. There we go. This is the image I want, or video I want y'all to see. You see him clearly wearing a bullet hole hoodie, and there's a puff of smoke behind him. You know, Drake is so unserious. Drake is so unserious. And this was during his entrance on the opening night of his Anita Max Win Tour in Perth, Australia. Now, I don't know exactly what Anita Max Win Tour means. Like, is it a worldwide tour? Is it just only in Australia? I don't know. But the point is, he is responding to the public that he is not dead. Y'all keep shooting at me. There's obviously multiple bullet holes in this hoodie he has on, and there's a puff of smoke behind him, meaning that he is surviving. He is still here, and he is not going anywhere. He tells us in a clip during the show that he is, this he's from Canada. He's always, he started at this year. What was it? Oh no, probably like around 06. And he's still here. Basically let us know, y'all think y'all got me. Y'all think y'all got me, but nah, I'm still here. I'm still here. So we see here in this image, I'm just finding more things as I'm scrolling. Drake posts a photo with Serena Williams' former agent. This follows, but why did he post her though? That's so funny. So again, this is just interesting because everyone's being petty. Everyone's being petty. And I think it speaks to how impactful, how powerful Drake is. And they want to shoot him down, but he is still I rise. Yes, Maya Angelou, Still I Rise. And I love that. I love that for Drake. All right. Let's go ahead and get into Stephen A. Smith's response to Serena's debut crip walking during that performance. Let's take a listen. Let me go ahead and change the playback speed, and here we go.
If I'm married and my wife is going to join trolling her ex, go back to his ass. Because clearly you don't belong with me. What you worried about him for and you with me? Go ahead,
Stop it.
What?
Stop it, Stephen A.
This is true.
If you with Serena Williams, you're gonna be a kept man anyway. Don't start that.
Really?
You ain't gonna run the house. You're not gonna wear the pants.
You know about that? You sure about
question?
Hold on.
He's hilarious. He said you're gonna be a cat man.
Oh, hey,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I think Alex is doing pretty well. You know, he found Reddit. And he's so ready for a good conversation. I think he okay.
Yeah, he got
All right, we could wrap it up there. Once Shannon starts, I'm wrapping it up. But yeah, look, I agree with what he's saying here. Yes, we know that there has been a back and forth between the two, some petty drama going on, but I still feel like at this point, someone has to let it go. And I think you are a married woman, Serena Williams. You are a mother. You have been married to this successful man for some time now. Let's see. How long have they been married? How long have they been married? They've been married since 2017, so a little over 7 years. Like, it's just we have to move on with our lives. And I just don't believe in the rhetoric of, or just the idea of giving revenge or letting someone know that you're unbothered, because if you have to go about it in that way, then you're clearly bothered. Like, you're still thinking about him. And I think that speaks to Drake still winning. It speaks to Drake still winning, in my opinion. Let it go. Let it go and move on. For both of them, husband and wife, to be going back and forth with this man. And sure, Drake is participating in it, but the point is, one of y'all have to let this go. Let it go. Now, what else needs to be let go? What else needs to be let go? Let's talk about it. Big Dank, Danky Dank, 500 pounds needs to be let go. And I'm trying to say this with love. I'm trying to say it with love, because weight is a sensitive topic. Being overweight is a sensitive topic. The list goes on. Being obese. This is not even overweight. This is obesity. And I don't want this to become a conversation where we're tearing down people because of their weight. That's not what it is. I think it comes from a place of concern, because for her to be somewhat proud or arrogant, I would say, a bit conceited in a way, like, okay, yeah, so I'm 500 pounds and I'm living good. You know, like, for her to take time to get her nails done, to get her hair done, and not to say that she can't do some type of maintenance in that sense, but I think the priority is a little off. Her ladder of priority is off, in my opinion. So if you haven't been aware of this story, this woman here, this rapper, her name is Dank D Moss. She is from, I think, Detroit. She's an up and coming rapper. Apparently, she was on a rap show hosted by Deb Antony, who is Waka Flocka's mom. She is a notable manager. She's managed her son, Waka Flocka. She's managed Nicki Minaj and a few other rappers. So she decided to create her own show. And one of the contestants is or was Dank DeMoss at the time. Now, how old is she is my question. I want to see if I could find Dank DeMoss' age. She is 36 years old. She is 36 years old, and she is Dank DeMoss weight. Let's see if I can find that too. She is 489 pounds. Hello? She's 489 pounds and she's 36 years old. She actually looks younger. Okay. It's just oh Lord. Because how long have you been this big? I could presume your whole life. Not at one point did anyone say to you, "Hey, I'm concerned. I would love for you to live a long life." Yet the way that you're going about your life is not guaranteeing that. As best as we can control it, right? We can't control external factors, but things that we can control is our eating habits, right? Our weight gain, our discipline. And for this woman here, she decided to go viral because she wants to, or she started the process in suing Lyft. Lyft is the ride share that many of us are familiar with, many of us use along with Uber. And there's a video of her recording the Lyft driver who denied her service because he said she was too big. He said she was too big and you are not going to fit in my car. I am driving, I believe this is a sedan. This is a sedan vehicle. So for her to feel so offended that she was denied this ride, I feel like she's living in a delusional state. Because, ma'am, you should have specifically stated, "Hey, I need a Uber XLL." I know there are different tiers to Ubers or Lyfts. There was an option she could have selected that could have accommodated her much better. Yet she decided to take out her phone, record this man as he was denying her a ride, and from then she started her pursuit in suing Lyft. At first, I thought this was a skit, y'all. I thought this was a skit. I thought we were being fooled. But nope, this is a real story that took place just recently and is going viral. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What you saying?
Yeah, I got more space. Mom, my car is small.
I can fit in this car.
But believe me, you can.
Yes, I can.
Believe me.
Remember, she is 489 pounds. You can fit in whose car? Not in the sedan. You could fit in, some trucks can't even take her weight. Like, seriously, and this is not to sound mean. You have to be honest with yourself. When you are a bigger size, you have to go about life differently than someone who is of average weight. 489 pounds is not average. And to see these women alongside her in this music video, skinny as a twig, mopping and bopping and boom, boom, boom. It's like, it's not to say that she can't have friends, but ma'am, who loves you? Who is in your life? How come no one said to her, "Girl, at least keep it at 230. If you don't want to get down all the way to, 180, at least get to 230. And this is a type of weight, as you can see from how she's built, there's a deformity here. There's a deformity here. Just the way that she's positioned, her whole body, there's a deformity here. So I think the initial treatment is surgery. It's some gastric bypass surgery. That's the first step. And then from there, start your lifestyle change. But like, you can't just run this off. Is what I'm like. You can't just, I'm gonna go for a jog every morning and by 3 months I'll be down to 180. No. You have to go get surgery immediately first. And for her to be 36 years old and to still be in this condition, it says a lot of her surroundings, those who are around her, about her lack of care and lack of people around her who care. Let's continue with this video, y'all.
So, I'm sorry.
What am I doing with my money?
Well, I'm gonna cancel you. You're not gonna be charged.
So you telling me I can't get in the lift because I can't fit in your car?
Yeah, you need to order a bigger car.
Yes. You damn right.
What make you think I can't fit in the car?
Because you're 489 pounds. What are we talking about? Like, are you okay? Am I seeing more weight on you than what's actually there?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What makes you think I can't fit in this car?
Because the car is small in the back.
My bad.
And you can see how polite he's trying to be. He's saying, so she's asking him, what makes you think I can't fit in this car? Ma'am, do you see yourself? That's one. But he politely says, this car is too small. So like, I'm gonna put on my car. It's not you. It's not you being 489 pounds. No, it's not you. It's my car. I gotta get a bigger car. It's my car.
Best friend has a Benz that's newer than this that I can fit in. That's the same size.
I don't care about your best friend who has a look like, and she's trying to validate her reasoning in being angry here and being offended here. My best friend has a 2-seater and I could fit in that car and that mother just fine. How often does your best friend pick you up? Because if that's the case, go call your best friend. If that's the case, continue to seek her for your transportation needs. But ma'am, this is not, like, we're not being honest here. You're pissing in my face and saying it's raining.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't.
So you really telling me
Yeah.
I'm too big to get in your car? So I gotta order another lift.
See, here's the thing. He didn't say that. He didn't say you're too big to get in this car. I said my car is too small. So even if the court system tries to find a way to make him or make Lyft responsible and it works in the favor of Dank DeMoss, he has a good case here because he has been very particular in his verbiage. And I think that's a really smart man. He could have just said, he could have been like, you bitch, get the fuck out. I ain't picking your fat ass. He could have gone further down the line of why you can't get in my car. But he said, no, my car is too small. It's my car.
Yeah. And to be more specific with you, I got very tired tires.
So that he's being more specific. No, it's my tires. Not just my car is small. I've been meaning to get my tires done. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot.
What I got to do with your tires?
What I got? You're a patron, right? You're gonna be a passenger in this car. You have a lot to do with my tires.
Yeah, and you have no space.
How you know I don't have no space?
Yeah, I got no space in the back.
How do you know I don't have no space?
Because I tried before.
Huh?
Because I've been in this situation.
So every big person you turn down because they can't fit in your car?
Yeah, because they need to order the Uber XL.
No, I don't never have to order Uber XL.
Yes, you do.
What's your name?
Abraham Carter.
Okay. Nope.
Yeah, there we go. So we see here these two young lawyers who just passed the bar decided to take this case. It's gonna be a L. It's not gonna be a win for her at all. And I think they're wasting. Well, it's her money that she decided to waste here in this case. But let's be effing for real. Seriously, let's be effing for real. Apparently Lyft has already apologized to this woman here. They added her on Instagram and said, we're disheartened to look at this driver's unacceptable behavior. Please DM us at your earliest convenience for additional support. We'd like to address this as soon as possible. Bye. And I hope the driver does not get at all persecuted, reprimanded for this. I hope he's able to still continue to use his vehicle for Lyft, because it's not his fault that he is aware, hey, your weight is too much, and I'm trying to politely say it without saying it. Please take it as that. I feel like other people could have been much more blunt, much rude, much ruder. All these, like, it could have gone worse. But she want to be in her feelings. She want to, and I think what it really is. Let me just have so many thoughts. What it really is, she's mad at herself. She's mad at herself that she's not slimmer. She's mad at the world for not accepting bigger people. But ma'am, this is not healthy. It's not about you trying to look like a skinny, a very thin twig. No, it's not about that. It's about you being an acceptable weight. And yes, there is such a thing. This is ridiculous. 489 pounds? 489 pounds? You got to be kidding me. So she was on the Breakfast Club just recently. And she is telling us about just her experience and how some words are unacceptable. Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's take a listen.
I'm gonna get like smaller because I want to do more things as far as like being out of breath too fastly, because I'm really active for my size. Like I like to do a lot of stuff. But I
saw you fall the other day on stage.
Yeah, that was like 2017. That was
I
cute.
didn't know that. Okay,
it was cute.
That just popped out because everything going on.
It was real cute though.
Man, cut it out. Man.
No, for real. Like, y'all think I'm playing? Like y'all
Cut it out now. See, I'm trying to have a mature conversation. I'm really trying to have a mature conversation now. See, now you trying.
Listen, no, it was 5 months. I lived in a
nutrition going.
Why don't you get a man like to stress you out? You in Detroit, it's a lot of niggas out there.
Yeah, man.
I can stress you out.
You want a man to cheat on us?
I'm good. I'm focused. I'm straight.
You said something earlier. You compared your situation to the LGBTQ, and a lot of people would say, well, LGBTQ people don't have a choice to be gay or whatever, but you have a choice to be plus size.
Mm-hmm.
So they want you to make better choices: eat right, work out, lose the weight.
I feel like I do.
People
think you're born gay.
That's a debate right there.
That is, but for most, let's just hypothetically say you're born gay.
I feel work on myself, and when I feel like I'm.
Oh, so that's the issue. I didn't know. What's her name? Just Hilarious. That was the reason why Just Hilarious was being quote unquote dragged. Hey, I stand with whatever your opinion is. Let it be your opinion. Built like this. That's why this podcast is named as such. So stand in it. I support standing in your opinion. But in this case here, her making a comparison with the LGBTQ community is ridiculous to me. Just like everyone want to compare themselves to other people and what their stripes are, right? Just like how the black person struggle is compared to LGBT. No, it's not. It's not. Cut it out. Let people stand alone in their particular demographic and the struggles that's attached to that in this society. Do not draw any comparisons. No, we could see a black person a mile away. We can't necessarily see a gay person a mile away. That right there, cut it out, please. And in this case with Dank, I mean, what, huh? This case with Dank, she is making a choice. Regardless of how you feel about homosexuality, whether that is up for debate, and that's a whole different, we could get into that another time. But in this case where she is making the choice to live in an unhealthy, in just it's deplorable. It's deplorable. There's no other way to put it. It's deplorable. You should not be this big. She wants to move away from using the word fat. Fat has always been a derogatory term, so I understand that. But I think ultimately, I haven't watched this whole video or this whole interview. I do wonder, do you have concerns over your health? Like, that's just, it's like, again, it's not about you being 180, 130, a super skinny. I'm not telling you to go on Ozempic, but like, I'm sure you do have diabetes. I'm sure you do have high cholesterol. I'm sure you are not healthy at all. At all. Yeah, you take time to get your nails done. You take time to get your hair done. Your face is beat. Your earrings are earringing. You have all of these things, and it's like, okay, but you're 489 pounds. Like, where's the priority here? She's saying she lives an active lifestyle. How? Ma'am, how? How does that work? You walking around, you falling, you can't get up. Let's talk about how in this clip right here, she came and sit, of course, in the seat that's naturally there. So she calls out and says, y'all got something else for me? Let's take a look.
Nice to meet you.
Hi.
How are you? Hey, King. How you, brother? You good? Nice to meet you, King.
Yep. It's the only seat y'all got?
What you want? What you need?
There's one
A
more.
bigger chair or something?
She already little.
We had
That's what I'm talking about. Good. This is the accommodation.
There you go. You walked in and you said the chair was too small, so we had to bring the part of the sectional for you to sit in. And you said something. You said, "Now this is what I'm talking about: accommodations." Right?
Yes.
But we live in a world that's not always going to be able to accommodate people. That
But
are
we
plus
should
size.
though. We should, because we're not all the same.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we should. Like, why not? I feel like a lot of times people think that bigger people, obese, the F word people should just be in a house. When it's like,
The
we
F
not.
word?
Yeah, the F word. I'm not
You heard
gonna
that you can't say in your house.
Okay, so she thinks here that everyone should be accommodated and that should be the way of the world. Now, yes, we do have accommodations set in place in different environments like school, certain workplaces. Okay, but when it comes to the Lyft car that she was denied access to, he didn't have what was needed to accommodate you because of your size. And what you should have noted when you requested a ride is, hey, I need an XL. Instead of trying to force him to get you in his car because, oh, you have a best friend who has a car smaller than this. I don't care what your argument is. This is not at all relevant. It's not applicable. It's not okay. It doesn't apply at all. It does not apply. So I think she's going to lose this. Y'all are stupid. Someone says she ordered the wrong lift. She should have ordered a forklift. Good night. Not $7,777. Hold on, that's 77,000. Child. No. Did I read it right? Yeah, 7,000. 7,000. Yeah. A shared lift. I think a caravan would have been better. All of these things. So let's take a look at this right here.
No, that.
Okay, put the bag in the front. I can fit back here.
Everything will be out of balance now. Please, no. They see all the things is big now.
I can fit. We're gonna make it work.
We can't. Sorry, we can't. It's not because I just changed my tire. My.
I think that's a parody, but yeah, this is. I think she's embarrassing herself. She is 489 pounds, and again, this is not a solution in which can be done by simply running a mile every morning. No, she has to go get surgery. She is unwell. And I think she's reached a level of delusion that has gotten her to this point at her 36 years of age. It's disappointing. Hopefully she snaps out of it and she is surrounded by people who actually love and care for her, because this right here, this is not love at all. Not at all. All right, y'all. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Make sure you are subscribed on all the platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Check out my Review With Me episodes in which I review different shows and maybe movies, depending on whatever interests me. But different things I review. Let me know what you think about that. Leave some comments, and I will check in with y'all next time. Peace.